They say Harlow General Hospital closed in 1987. The official reason was budget cuts. But the people of Harlow knew the real reason. They always did. My name is Sarah Okafor. I am a photographer. I explore abandoned places, their silence, their decay. I have explored 60 abandoned buildings in my career. Harlow General was supposed to be just another job. It was not. The building sat at the edge of town like a wound that never healed. For stories, broken windows, ivy crawling up the brick walls like fingers. The front doors were chained, but the chain had already been cut. Someone had been here before me. Recently, I pushed the doors open. The smell hit me first. Antiseptic, old, stale, mixed with something else. Something organic. Something wrong. The lobby was frozen in time. Overturned chairs. A reception desk covered in dust. A clock on the wall stopped at 3:14 a.m. or p.m., I couldn't tell. The floor was covered in old patient files. Hundreds of them, scattered like leaves. I picked one up. The name at the top had been crossed out. Aggressively, repeatedly, until the paper nearly tore through. I set it back down. The stairwell was at the far end of the lobby. A sign above it read, Ward 13, 4th floor, restricted access. Every floor had a ward number, but Ward 13, only on the 4th floor. Why would a hospital have a Ward 13? I should have left then. Instead, I started climbing. The first 3 floors were quiet, broken, decayed, but quiet. The 4th floor was different. The moment I stepped off the stairwell, the air changed, heavier, colder, like stepping into a room where something terrible had happened. And the walls had never forgotten. The corridor stretched ahead of me, long and narrow. 13 doors on each side, all closed, all except one. Room 1304. The door was open just a few inches. I raised my camera, took a photo of the corridor, moved toward room 1304. Through the gap in the door I could see a hospital bed, still made, white sheets pulled tight, as if someone was still expected to sleep in it. I pushed the door open. The room was empty, but on the pillow, a single indentation, fresh, like someone had been lying there. Minutes ago, I checked my camera, scrolled back to the photo I had just taken of the corridor, and my blood went cold. At the far end of the corridor, behind me when I had taken the photo, stood a figure, white hospital gown, bare feet, head tilted slightly to one side, looking directly at the camera. I spun around. The corridor was empty. I should have run. Every rational part of my brain was screaming. But I'm a photographer, and photographers document. At the end of the corridor was a small office, a records room, filing cabinets lining every wall. I started opening drawers. Most were empty, files removed when the hospital closed. But the last cabinet bottom drawer was full, patient files, all from Ward 13, all from 1987. Pulled one out. The patient's name was Thomas Ellery. Admitted January 1987. Diagnosis, acute paranoid psychosis. His notes filled 20 pages. But the last entry stopped me cold. It read, patient insists he cannot leave. States that something in Ward 13 will not allow him to go. Patient has not slept in 11 days. Continues to ask staff, quote, why do you keep coming back? Don't you know what this place does to you? Patient Thomas Ellery passed away on the morning of March 14, 1987. Cause of death, cardiac arrest. Time of death, 3:14 a.m. I looked at the clock on the wall of the records room. It was stopped at 3:14, the same as the one downstairs. Every clock in Harlow General, I realized, had stopped at the same time, the moment Thomas Ellery died. I grabbed the file and ran, down the corridor, down the stairwell, through the lobby, out the front doors. I drove 4 hours without stopping. Back home, back to safety. That night, I uploaded my photos to my laptop, deleted the one with the figure, told myself it was a trick of light, a shadow, nothing more, but I kept the patient file. Thomas Ellery. I don't know why, I just couldn't leave it there. 3 days later, I got a call. Unknown number. I answered. Silence. Then a voice. Low, slow, like someone speaking through water. You took something that belongs to Ward 13. The call ended. I looked at the patient file on my desk, opened it to the last page. The final entry, the one I had read in the records room, was gone. In its place, fresh ink. A new line. New patient admitted. Sarah Okafor. Photographer. Diagnosis, she knows too much. She will return to Ward 13. They always do. I threw the file across the room, fell open on the floor, and from somewhere, not from outside, not from the walls, but from somewhere deep inside my own head, I heard 3 words. Quiet, patient, certain. Come back, Sarah. That was 6 months ago. Last night, I found myself standing outside Harlow General. I don't remember driving there. The chain on the front doors, already cut. The lights on the 4th floor, glowing. And room 1304, door open. This has been Gray Archive Tales. If the story made you check the shadows in your room, good. That means you're paying attention. Subscribe and stay in the shadows. We'll be waiting.